Hi there, Tad Argay from Marketing for Hippies, and today's video is about marketing for therapists. So if you're a counselor, therapist, psychotherapist, listen up, this one is for you. This is a big one, because therapists, of course, struggle a lot with how to market themselves. And so first of all, there's going to be a blog post below. I think it's got my top 10 ideas of specific tactics that are adapted for psychotherapists. So there's that. Before I go into the video though, if you'd like to subscribe, you can click the red button on YouTube, and then the little bell icon will notify you when I got a new video. I've also got an email list at marketingforhippies.com. You can follow me on Facebook as well. There you go. Okay, so here's the big thing I want to say if you're a therapist, because here's the process that most people go through, assuming they haven't been referred to you. The ideal situation is somebody who's referred by an existing client who knows you and loves you and trusts you, and they refer somebody who's a really good fit, and it grows like that. That's the ideal. But what's also going to happen is people are going to go to the directories, and one of the big ones is Psychology Today, of course, has a directory, and I'm sure there are plenty of others, but people go to these directories, and here's what they find. First of all, there's not even a photo for all the therapists, so that's very unnerving. It's very hard to get any sense of somebody. Then if there is a photo, there's no write-up that's substantial. It's a real just cookie cutter kind of write-up. No sense of the personality, background, expertise in any way. And then sometimes though there is a photo, and it's a really good photo, there's a really nice write-up that says a bit about their story, their background, really gives you a bit of a flavor for them, the things that they most enjoy working on. They actually have some kind of a niche, which is something that I just think therapists really, really need to be thinking about if they're in private practice. And then they don't even have a website though. And sometimes then they have a website, but the website's such a brochure website, again, it gives you no sense. So I'm just going to tell you, here's what I want. When I'm looking for a therapist, and there have been times I've, of course, needed therapy and sought it out in just this way. What I want is to be able to find the website of the therapist, and on the website, I want to have all the things I would tell all my clients to have. A really clear homepage that's not about the therapist, but it's about me as their ideal client, because I want them to have really thought about who their ideal clients are. What are the issues that they most want to help people with? And I want to be able to read that and say, oh my God, that's me. Second, I want to be able to see their bio. I want to be able to see a write-up that tells a bit about their story, some of their nerdy social information, they're really into Game of Thrones, whatever. Because I want to be able to connect with them on some level. Third, I want to see some videos of them, or at least a number of blog posts. Maybe they have a podcast, some audio clips. I want to be able to get to know them at a safe distance. Safety is a real big deal in marketing. And if you go to marketingforhippies.com/risk, you'll see a blog post that speaks about how do we deal with risk, and safety is, of course, a big component of this. But, when we're thinking about designing business models, of course, we want it to be sustainable for us. But the other side of that is it has to be safe for them. Safe for what? To approach us. Because it's, in some businesses, that's not particular. You're going to buy some compost. That's not terrifying. But talking about your childhood wounds, talking about trauma, that is confronting, that is terrifying. So we need to give people a lot of ways to check us out safely from a distance. It's like a booth at a farmer's market. Signage, things leveled up, and staged well so you can see it from a distance and know if it's what you want before you come close. I want to be able to check you out very robustly, and the more intense the issues are you help people with, the more that's going to be true. So I want to see a My Philosophy page. This could also be your blog post, but I want to be able to get a very keen sense of your perspective, philosophy, cosmology, approach, understanding of the world. Here's what I don't want. So that's what I do want. What I don't want is this, which has happened to me. I remember once before I booked a session with a therapist, $180, $200, somewhere in there. Let's say 180. It's a lot of money. That's just a lot for 1 hour. And I'm not saying it's not worth it. I'm not saying people shouldn't charge that. I'm just saying it's a lot. So we meet, it's an hour long. And after about half an hour, I keep waiting for the session to start. But no, she's going over all the guidelines and all the ethical rules, and here's what psychotherapy is, and And I just think it's important that you know, the nature of the relationship here. And I was so frustrated. At a certain point, I was like, can we just time out a second? Are we going to do any work today? Because $180 is a lot to spend. And this, you could have emailed me this in a PDF. You could have sent me a video with all this. I don't know why I'm paying for this. And she looked at me and said, I'm hearing that you're upset. I said, oh, now I'm angry. Now I'm actually angry because she wasn't hearing me. Or she was trying to treat that as she was pathologizing it or something. Trying to give empathy. She completely missed the mark. Anyways, I didn't ever go back to see her again. I was so frustrated. I don't want that. I don't want to waste money. I don't want to waste time. Consider this, a 1-hour session. Now, she happened to live just a few blocks away, but still going there, coming back, getting dressed, going over, coming back, waiting for the session. Let's just say it's another half hour. Okay, so now that's 90 minutes of my time and $180. That's so maddeningly frustrating for me. Why did I just waste an hour and a half and $180? All of that could have been avoided if the website had been, robust enough. And if you're shy as a therapist, you just have to get over that. Consider getting some therapy for that. People need to see you. They need to see your photo. They need to read your words. They need to get a sense of your tone and your vibe. Testimonials, great. Case studies, fictionalized or real, whatever you have to do to be able to share some examples of here's what it's like to work with me. Here's the type of conversations that happen. And here's my point of view. I really need to understand your point of view. There's that ebook, I have Point of View Marketing. And for a therapist, I was going to say that or some other book. I don't know of any other book that goes into point of view marketing in the same way. But you've got to articulate your point of view. I need to know that. I need to know 3 things. What's the problem you help me with? That you specialize in. Because don't tell me you can help everyone with everything. This is not compelling. So what's the problem you can help me with? What are the core premises this work is based on? And what's the promise? What's the result you're going to help me achieve? Say it another way. What is the relevance to me of your work? What makes you credible? And what's the value, the return on investment? To say that another way, I'm going to need some empathy to get the sense you understand what the hell I'm going through. I'm going to need some context. Why am I stuck there? And then I'm going to need some guidance. And I'd like to know in advance what that type of guidance would be. Here's something else I'd love to see. God, I've never seen this on a therapist website, and this would be so fucking refreshing. I want you to say, here's my side of the bargain as a therapist. This is what I can commit to you. This is what you're getting from me. And then I want you to tell me what my side of the bargain is. If we're going to work together, I need to know you're going to do your part, and here's what your part is. And if you're not willing to do that, don't book with me. I don't want to see this, I can help everyone with everything. We'll just freestyle and see how it goes. And my God, I would love to see some fucking packages from a therapist. Where you've really thought it through. A resolving trauma package. A certain number of sessions. With the understanding, of course, it's not a guarantee. And of course, we may need to change and adapt as we go. We may be done sooner or it may take more time. That's fine. But I'd love to see a package based on my issues. Not just based on the number of sessions. Packages that are really honed. For particular things. I would love to see that, and I almost never do. So basically, I would love to see a lot of therapists treat this more like a business, It's often, I get it. Capitalism is a fraught thing, and, but I'd like to see them take it seriously, not freestyling it. So anyways, hopefully this is helpful if you're a therapist. Hopefully this is useful for you, and maybe if you've ever needed to get therapy, maybe it'll resonate. And if you have any other thoughts about what you think therapists need to do in their marketing, please put it below in a comment. I'd love to see it. If you have any questions, maybe there'll be a question I'll turn into another video I do. I hope this is useful. Much love to you all. Hope you're staying safe out there. Take care.